emotions going into the year two and all the hype that has come with this team and how much you look forward to all that?
I'm excited. I think having a fresh start in a sense has been really great for us. I think just being able to practice and work out the way that we have been, I think it really shows what we're capable of, and so I'm excited to get started.
A lot of expectations for you guys this year. What do you think will be key in managing that for the first time of your career?
I think it's going to be keeping the main thing. For us, it's about winning, making sure that we continue to protect our locker room and don't let outside noise get in. And I think last year was a great start to that. And to be able to do it this year, I feel like we already know what's to come.
You didn't like your start of the season last year. What step did you take this offseason to get off to a stronger start this year?
I feel like one of the biggest things in that area was just getting to know and getting to play with Caitlin. I think Caitlin plays such a fast-paced game, and for me, I feel like the year before that, it wasn't as fast, and then coming in kind of having that same expectation of the way that we played the year before, and then coming in and Caitlin loves to play really fast, so I think that was definitely the adjustment. But, I think knowing that and having that mindset just helped in the offseason because I know exactly where I need to be.
Aliyah, do you remember, Dewan had mentioned earlier that before she made her decision that she talked with you about, what to kind of expect in Indiana and your relationship with her baby. So what do you remember from those conversations you had with her?
Yeah, I was super excited to talk to DB, especially that first time, just talking about Indiana, and I just told her what number one fan base we have here, but also just the people and the players that we have here that make us so special. I talked about exactly how we played and how far we made it, and now especially thinking about the addition of having her would just take it to another level, especially just because she's so experienced at winning. And I feel like that's exactly what we need, especially in this league.
Was there a way that she also poured into you in those conversations?
She did. She told me that my play is going to be super important for us and our success. And so for me, I think being able to learn from her, but also having that will push me to the level that she knows I can get to is really special for me.
Is there anything different about how you approach relationship building from your time at South Carolina or last year to this year? And if not, just can you explain your approach to how you build relationships?
Yeah, I feel like it's always been the same. For me, it's about being who I am, not changing who I am. And I think people are able to I attract just that great energy, I think, and not bragging on myself, but I feel like just because the way that I approach everyone, I always want to make sure everyone's smiling. And I feel like when that's your approach, make sure that everyone's good, it's so easy to build that relationship because you just get comfortable with each other really quickly.
Do you think that the way you guys were selling out every single game last year, it was a surprise to you at first, but it became a normal thing, was a good selling point for the free agents to come here?
I think so. Who doesn't want to play sold out crowds at home? And when you're away, you have just a bunch of people that are wearing Fever jerseys. I think that's so important because you know that you always have a family and coming from the fans because they're always going to cheer you on.
Aliyah, did you know that this is 25 years ago was the first Fever team? Did you know that?
Of course I did.
Can you name one player on that team?
I feel like I should just leave that for them, really.
Did you know that Stephanie was on that first team?
Yes, of course, but I didn't want to, because now she's going to say I'm trying to age her. I'm like, girl, I'm trying to age you.
All right, last guess for you. How many points do you think she averaged a game that year?
Steph? Like 25. 15. Seven. That's fine. Exactly. I should have known.
Aliyah, what has it been like getting onto the practice court and mixing up with Dewana and Natasha and the veteran post players? And what do they bring to the court now that you've had a chance to get on there and play with them?
Yeah, it's been great. They bring a lot of energy. I think there's no better feeling than that. Even looking at Tosh pick up full court and she's making defenders turn, like that's super impressive and it's special because it allows me to see once again what it takes to be on those winning teams and the type of energy that you have to come with every single day.
Has that made a change for training camp this year, these first few practices, just having that experience in the room?
Definitely. I feel like experience is always going to be able to go a long way, and for us, I still think we're relatively young. Like I'm going into my third year, Caitlin her second, Lexi her fourth. It's like you still have so many ways to grow, and being able to come in on day one and see the type of energy, see the type of environment that we're in is amazing.
Do you like the idea of going to college campuses for preseason games? And, what does that do? Is that something they should do going forward?
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I really do. I think it's a great way to once again bridge that gap between college and the WNBA. You're also able to see for some of the fans that can't get out to Fever games or can't get out to different WNBA games, when you're able to bring that back there, it feels like, whoa, I got to see her play in college and now I get to see her play professionally, and there's no better feeling than that. So I think it's a great idea.
What was Steph's message just in her first team meeting?
Unity. I think that was the biggest thing. We talked about it earlier, even in this, is the outside noise. And so for her, it's about sticking together, making sure that we are a tight unit, that nothing can poke holes in between what we have going, because that's one way to go down, and we don't want to go down.
I think that's been a theme. A lot of players, like Sophie was like, yeah, everybody's here for the right reasons,
Yes.
and those sort of things. How have you seen that kind of manifest in the first week, just so far?
I mean, just by how we operate with each other off the court, how we are on the court, I think being able to be selfless is another thing that we talk about in the team meetings, like giving up a good shot for a great shot. And I think that's just super important, because when you get in games, you never know when your number is going to be called to hit that big shot, and being able to trust each other to be able to do it is going to be important for us.
As you mentioned, this is your third season in the WNBA. How is the league different than like what you expected as a rookie? Like what surprised you?
I feel like when I came in as a rookie, I didn't really have any expectations. For me, I mean, it's super easy to listen to what other people are saying and kind of use that as your own opinion, but I kind of wanted to just come in and learn and see what it's all about. And honestly, I love it. I mean, I love that we're in charter now, even though I was a big mileage girl. I talked about that my first time. And so, I mean, I think it's grown so much. So many eyes have really came upon the league from my rookie season to now my third year, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Aliyah, I saw that the team made a promotional film at Madam Walker Theater on Indiana Avenue. What's that mean in terms of significance with the Fever aligning with that historic site?
Yeah, I think it's special. Not only like you think of everyone that support the Fever, but being able to tie in that to a historic site like that, I think is super special, and it just once again shows the bond that between sports and women's sports and the whole city of Indiana is really capable of.
Have you given much thought to what you want to see more growth from the league, and in what ways? Obviously, charter was the big deal last year, and you're going into the final year of this collective bargaining agreement.
Yeah, I feel like the easy answer out of that is definitely just being able to get paid more. But honestly, I think everything is a stepping stone, and I think we're going in the right direction for this league. And so I'm just gonna be ready to be a part of it. Every change that comes, I'll be ready and I'll be excited for it. But yeah.
Got time for about two more.
Aliyah, now that you've had a year playing with each other, where do you see the biggest difference in Caitlin, like at this time this year compared to maybe last year?
I feel like everyone talks about it. I'll see it on social media. They'll be like, Caitlin has so strong muscles, and don't tell her I said that. don't even mention that.
Yeah.
But I think her strength. I mean, she gets in the paint and she's able to bully her way in and finish strong at the basket. I mean, everyone talks about once again her three-point shooting, and we've all seen her passing. But I think her ability to get downhill and really just stay on balance and score the ball, I think is going to be great this year too.
How would you explain the shift in the organization's culture from when you first arrived here to now?
Yeah, there's definitely been a shift, but I feel like they've always supported women's basketball, and they've always just wanted us to make sure that we feel that same love as every other WNBA team, but also as the Pacers, right? Because they're right around the corner, and so I think they just did a fantastic job of making us feel like we're important as well, because we are. Period.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.